My dear brothers and sisters, time, time is a master sculptor. It molds our lives without ever asking permission. It moves in silence, without apology, without pause, and yet we so often hand it away to what does not nourish us, to people who do not speak life into us, to distractions that deplete our soul, and to fears that have never saved a single tomorrow. We give it away and then weep, not because the hours are gone, but because we never used them to become who we were meant to be. So hear me when I say this. Stop wasting your time. Start honoring it. Focus on yourself, not in selfishness, but in sacredness. Time, my dear, is a holy currency. It is the most generous gift, and yet the most unforgiving. Once spent, it does not return. It does not rewind, does not ask how you felt about it later. Each day it comes wrapped in seconds, tied together by minutes, and laid gently at your feet each morning with the promise of new beginnings. But oh, how quickly it vanishes when we treat it like it has no value. You see, time does not knock twice. It does not wait for your fear to settle, your mind to make peace, your heart to find permission. It moves quietly, surely, like a river that never forgets its destination. And you must decide whether to ride its current or drown in its refusal to wait. So many beautiful souls, brilliant souls, wake up every day and pour their energy into empty wells. They give and give and give until they are dry, until their backs are bent and their hearts are weary, all in the name of being enough, enough for someone else, enough to be seen, enough to be accepted, enough not to be left behind. But let me remind you, not every invitation deserves your RSVP. Not every cry deserves your answer. Not every argument deserves your voice. And certainly, not every relationship deserves your time. There comes a season in every soul's journey where wisdom must rise, where you learn to say no, not out of cruelty, but out of clarity, not because you lack love, but because you have finally learned to love yourself enough to protect your peace. Time is energy, and energy is life. Where your time flows, your life grows. So if your days are slipping by in exhaustion, in noise, in confusion, perhaps it's time to ask, who or what has been spending me? Every moment you give to someone who drains you is a moment stolen from someone or something who might fill you. Every hour spent proving your worth to someone who refuses to see it is an hour stolen from your purpose. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot light another's way if your own flame has gone cold, because the voices around them were louder than the voice within. But the clock is still ticking. God is still waiting. And your soul, your sacred garden, cannot bloom if it is trampled daily by guilt, by distractions, by misplaced loyalties. You must learn to guard that garden, to prune what no longer serves you, to water what brings you peace, to pull the weeds before they strangle your spirit. I am not asking you to be selfish. No, I am asking you to be sacred, to treat your life like the treasure it is, to recognize that your time is not to be tossed like scraps to the wind, but invested like gold. Protect your mornings like you would protect your child. Guard your peace like you would guard your breath. And when something or someone continually pulls you away from your center, from your joy, from your stillness, do not hesitate to step away. There is freedom in boundaries. There is healing in solitude. There is power in being deliberate. And there is beauty in remembering that you too are worthy of your own time. My dear one, you are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be for what God is preparing in you. I know. The world moves fast. It flashes timelines in your face, pushes false deadlines into your soul, and whispers that you're falling behind. But the Spirit of God moves in seasons, not seconds, in purpose, not pressure. You are on heaven's schedule, not man's stopwatch. So breathe, unclench your fists, release the anxious grip on what hasn't happened yet, and know, deep in your spirit, that delay does not mean denial, silence does not mean absence, and waiting does not mean wasting. You see, God's timing is not just about when something happens. It's about who you've become when it arrives. The dream is ready, yes, but so must you be. There are doors that will open, but only for the version of you who's been refined, who's been rooted, who's been still long enough to know what matters. You are not waiting because you are forgotten. You are waiting because you are being formed. There is sacred work happening in the quiet. There is holy preparation in the pause. Do not rush the process. Do not curse the stillness. God is not late. He's intentional. Sometimes we chase things that would crush us if we received them too soon. Sometimes we run after people, platforms, positions, forgetting that anything gained prematurely can cost us our peace permanently. But God, in His mercy, delays what you think you stay aligned with the rhythm of heaven. The oak tree does not envy the lily. The sun does not compare itself to the moon. Each rises in its appointed time, and so will you. You have not missed it. You have not messed it up. You are not too late for the life that has your name on it. So hold your head high. Be still, but expectant. Move slow, but steady. Trust the process. Honor the pace. And remember this: the same God who formed you also numbered your days, and He makes all things beautiful in their time. There comes a moment, a holy, honest moment in every soul's journey where you must choose to release what weighs you down or remain bound by what no longer fits your future. My dear, not everything that started with you is meant to stay with you. Not every connection is meant to last. Not every commitment is sacred. Some things were seasonal, sent to teach, sent to grow, but not meant to remain. And that's not failure, that's freedom. We hold on far too long, don't we? For things to be faced, to habits that drain us, to people who diminish us, to roles that exhaust us, all because we were taught that letting go is giving up. But hear me, letting go is not quitting. Letting go is wisdom. Letting go is healing. Letting go is holy. There is no reward in staying small to keep others comfortable. No crown for clinging to things that God has already asked you to release. If it doesn't honor your peace, let it go. If it silences your voice, let it go. If it confuses your purpose, clouds your mind, breaks your boundaries, you are allowed to walk away. Yes, even if they don't understand. Even if they call it selfish. Even if it hurts. Growth often does. There are doors in your spirit that will only open once your hands are free, but you cannot receive the next while clinging desperately to the last. There's no huge, and it will so far day that God to say everything you inexperient, that God will don't stay to break for you that's not only. God is not asking you to carry everything. He's asking you to trust Him with what you can't. He's asking you to believe that release is not loss, it's alignment. You are not required to explain your peace. You are not obligated to stay in spaces where you are merely tolerated instead of celebrated. And you are not defined by what you had to let go of. You are defined by what you chose to grow into. So prune the vine, trim the branches, clear the clutter, detach from what disturbs your spirit, because what's ahead requires space. What's coming requires wholeness. Let go of the guilt, of the pressure, of the fear that says you're not allowed to choose yourself. Let go of the apology that keeps you bound, the people-pleasing that drains your joy, the roles you were never meant to play. You are free to start again. You are free to be light. You are free to walk away from anything that doesn't love you back in truth. So do it with grace, with courage, with quiet, sacred confidence. Let go and make room for the life that loves you back. There comes a time, a sacred turning point, when you must stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for your presence. Stop downplaying your brilliance. Stop stepping aside so others can feel tall. My dear, you are not born to blend in. You were born to shine, to radiate, to rise, to carry light in places where shadows once ruled. You've spent too long dimming your glow, trying to be small enough, quiet enough, soft enough to be accepted. But no more. No more apologies for being gifted, for being strong, for being different, for being more than some people could handle. Their discomfort is not your problem. Their fear of your light is not your burden to carry. You were not created to walk on eggshells. You are not designed to dilute your essence. You are not too much. You are exactly enough for the life you've been called to live. Heaven does not apologize for the stars. God does not second-guess the sun. So why should you question the fire He placed inside of you? Walk in it. Own it. Let your life speak boldly without needing anyone's permission. Because when you stand in your truth, when you let your voice rise, when you take up space with grace, something sacred happens. Chains break, walls fall, others are set free by your courage to simply be who you are. You are not arrogant for knowing your worth. You are not prideful for standing tall. You are simply awake to your divine identity. And yes, there will be those who misunderstand. Let them. There will be those who whisper, who wonder, who walk away. Let them go. You were not assigned to dim for their comfort. You were assigned to rise for His glory. So lift your head. Your light is needed. Your verse is power. Your very presence is purpose. This world does not need another imitation. It needs you in all your sacred fullness. So today, let this be your declaration. No more apologies. No more shrinking. No more waiting for validation. You are a child of the Most High, anointed, appointed, and absolutely enough. So shine and let them watch. If this message found a home in your heart, if something stirred in your spirit, then this is your moment to take back your time, to reclaim your energy, to stop waiting for permission, and to begin living like you were born to shine. Share this message with someone who's been pouring from an empty cup. Leave a comment below. What are you letting go of today? What are you reclaiming? Because when we speak it, we claim it. When we write it, we remember it. And when we share it, we free others too. Subscribe to Maya's Echoes if you're ready to walk in truth, rise in purpose, and rest in the divine rhythm of who you already are. No more shrinking, no more rushing, no more apologizing. This is your time, your season, your sacred return. Now go, walk in your light, and never look back.